Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my building in The Sims 3. This is in the series of following the life of Silver Fabled Win in Moonlight Falls, and where we last left off, this is pretty much how far we got along with the house. Now, normally, I don't think people make houses starting from, you know, the garden area, but I don't know, I just had images in my mind and decided, if I want anything, I'd want to build this house around the garden. And literally it is kind of built around a piece in the garden, I suppose. I won't say that this little individual area here, separated off by this row of bushes, is going to be the entire garden. I am going to expect to want to have, say, a garden that is, like, say, I don't know, about maybe that big or so. I don't know. I'll decide when I get there. I still need to do a whole bunch of landscaping, and as you can see, this house is far from complete. There is no roof, there is no paint, there is no... well, okay, there's a few stairs, but there's no windows, and, you know, it's just generally incomplete right now. Now, I am still a bit concerned about what to do with the roof up here a bit later, but I'll get to that once I finish making the basic outline of the house. One advice I give for trying to deal with the roofs is make sure you have... make sure you have the roof on before you start placing objects inside the house. Why do I say that? Because sometimes if you have, like, say like... okay, imagine that this section here is a bathroom and you have a toilet over here, like, attached to a wall, and then a shower over here. You won't be able to, say for instance, make a roof adjacent to a wall that is shared with that object, because it says that then there is an object in the way. And that kind of makes things a little awkward. You need to do a bit of moving around. So let's try and prevent that. Now, as for this whole area, right now we've got the patio. No, that's not the patio. This is the foyer. Right now we have the foyer. And what I would like to do is actually go and get a archway or two. Let's see, do that and do that. Is that good? I'd say that is okay. I might want to change the color a bit later. I'll change the color a bit later once I have wall decorations and floor paintings and all that kind of stuff. Right now I'm just concerned about functionality, how things look when they are placed. If the actual object itself seems to fit, or if it doesn't fit and I don't like it. Now, one thing I am a little concerned about, and I have this with quite a few of the buildings I build, is what am I going to do with all this free space over here? I could just leave it as empty space, but that is a lot of wasted space, really. I'm thinking maybe have, like, something over here, but not like a lounge or anything. I would much prefer it if there were offshoots, like individual rooms, should I say, that are, say, the lounge, the library, the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen. One interesting feature that is available in this game that has been added in later on, well, it's added in now, but I mean later on, as if it wasn't introduced in an expansion pack, although I don't know, it might have been introduced in an expansion pack, are these blueprints. You have the ability to place new community... no, I don't want to learn about that. Earning university degrees come with many benefits. No, I will get to that in... well, I don't know, I haven't actually decided if Silver is going to go to university or not. I would like it if she were to go to university, but... oh well. So these blueprints, you can click and select any blueprints. You can then place down a blueprint like this. Then you can click Preview Blueprints. These are all pre-made, so they are all, you know, I can place multiple rooms with this exact layout right next to each other, and I can rotate that layout. So this is a pretty nice feature. It comes pre-built with all of the objects, and it comes with all of the decorations and all that. And if you don't like it, you can simply cancel the preview and then just delete the blueprint. We are not going to be using blueprints because this is going to be a house that I am making from scratch. Let's see. Now what should I focus next on? I think I should work on the decking near the front. because this part is going to be decking, let's see if I grab that, and then grab that. I want sort of like a decking that follows this path around a little bit. Do that. And then this part is a little bit pedantic of me, but I feel it's kind of necessary. Let's see, let's cordon that section off. I want it to be sort of like a wraparound, but I don't want it to wrap around too much. Let's go and grab this, delete that. And maybe, yeah, let's get that part into there. How do I think this looks? I think this section of the wall is a bit too close to the edge of the decking. So the only way that I can try and alleviate that is by expanding this part and then just continuing the curve around here. But then it looks a little bit too fat. I'll deal... Actually, I have an idea. If I cut this part off... Okay, and then again, I'm sorry, this is just getting on my nerves, having little foundation areas like that. So I'm going to make that into decking, and this looks okay? I'll deal with it. I think this is okay. I'll decide on the placement of stairs a little later. Actually, I'll decide on it now. What type of stairs do I want? Well, there are stairs on the outside over here. I like to keep a similar theme running throughout all of my houses. Like, if I pick a certain theme for a house, I stick with that theme. And in order to do that, you generally use the same style and such as you've used previously in the house. So that's why I am using these same stairs. Although, can I customize these stairs? I don't want it to be white. Maybe if I make it something else? You know what? Are you sure you want to cancel? Yes, I'm sure. I know I'm changing my mind a lot. I'm actually just going to leave the stairs like this for now. I may want to actually... Okay, let's delete that and then delete those. Then what I can do is I can place in these steps. No, those are doors. I don't want doors, I want steps. Was it these ones? Yeah, it was these ones. Let's grab this, do that. And now we have the stairs sort of like inside the decking, which is, I think, quite a nice look. I could do the same thing and just expand it all the way along this flat edge, so that the stairs are all the way along here. But I think this looks pretty nice. I'll place in a fence as well. Let's see, the fence back here is this type of fence. But am I going to have a overhanging section here? I might do. Let's see. How does this look? I don't have any specific ideas as to this section yet. I do like how this makes it look a bit more private and more owned by a certain individual. Like, there's a clear distinction between where the house starts and where the terrain starts. I mean, obviously there's a house on the terrain. I'm pretty sure nobody goes around calling the terrain a house. Unless, of course, you know, you're like... What's his name? The Hobbit, I think, from Lord of the Rings. I am probably going to offend a whole load of people, but I actually haven't watched Lord of the Rings too much. I've seen the first movie, like 10 years ago or so. I don't even know how long it's been out. I'm not sure if 10 years is an accurate description either. But anyway. Now, what to do with the rooms? I want there to be rooms over in this section here. Let's see, if I grab this and... Whoops, that is the wrong angle. Let's grab this and let's make a 6x6 room. And this... Is it going to be... Let's see. How wide is this part? This part is 3 wide. Whoops. So let me grab 1, 2, 3... Let's grab this 3 wide section over here. And then... Let's do that. What am I doing? Well, I'm actually going to make this part of the hallway a part of the room instead. And if I grab this... Oh man, that's 3 wide. I can't place a archway in there. So maybe I'll just delete the wall. Alternatively, I could produce a half wall. If I go for a half wall... I don't like the glass on top of that half wall. How about this? That... To me that looks kind of a bit too oriental. I'll deal with that part when I get to it. And let's see. Okay, so this part is going to be the kitchen. I want the kitchen to have either huge windows on this side of the wall or simply a door in order to get out. But there are so many doors over here as well. I will want to place a burglar alarm on this section of the wall a bit later when we start entering the the buy mode. Oh man, this part of the section wall is... Sorry, not the wall, the floor. So let's do that. So we have the kitchen over here. This is going to be the kitchen. I'd normally like to have the kitchen and the lounge somewhere close to each other. In fact, how about if I make this section... angle again, really. If I make this section, so this is a 3x5 section. Okay. Let's grab that. And I'm going to make this part into the dining room. Let's see, I would definitely want a one-tile archway here. Or door frame or whatever. So let's grab that. And then let's do the same thing over here. So this is going to be the kitchen. It's going to lead into the dining room. That's going to be like a one-tile long... a one-tile wide table here. Oh man, but then the chairs... That's going to make getting around a bit difficult. Maybe if I drag this out one and then drag this wall out one? I think so. Yes. But let's replace these... Let's replace these archways with an archway that actually has too wide to it. And then over here is going to be where the lounge or living room starts. I don't know if people in America call it a lounge or living room. I don't know, maybe lounge is a British-ism. But this is going to be a 4x4 lounge. I don't want it to extend further out than this section. But that's going to be quite a small lounge. I could make it just a TV room, not necessarily a lounge. I'll go with that. The kitchen is huge. The lounge is not so huge. I could... Okay, let me undo that. Let's see, what are my images? I definitely want a room over here, obviously, because there's an archway there. How about I make it a 6x4 size? That's a pretty sizable room, I'd say. Let's do that. And then I have the image of, say, a sofa here. Let's see, what kind of sofa am I imagining? I'm imagining a red sofa. Let's see, like this. I'd say like this. And it is pointing in this direction. Let's change this color to be a red. I'd say a red like that. Okay, yeah, but I don't like that green. This green color here. Green is a color that I am quite fond of, but it doesn't go well with too much. It's a very difficult color to get to work. In the original Guild Wars, I know there's Guild Wars 2 out as well, been out for a year or two, I think. In the original Guild Wars, there was this weapon, it's called a scythe, and it's a dragonic scythe. And if you dye it a certain color, it has a nice mixture between green and deep purple, and it makes it look really nice. And the reason why I point that out is because it's a color combination that not many people seem to manage to pull off. Or not many items seem to pull off. I don't know, I'm not feeling this. I'm not really feeling the sofa. What kind of sofa am I looking for? A sofa similar to this, but that looks way too fancy. Maybe if I go for a sofa like this. This is... Wait, is that a sofa? It is indeed a sofa. Let's move this along to this wall. And can we change it to a nice red color? We can change it to a nice red color. Let's wait for it to load. I also apologized for the clicking as well. The clicking is originating from my mouse when I press down the middle mouse button in order to rotate the camera like so. that is what happens. Okay, let's leave it like that. Now, back to build mode. Although, I don't know. Let's go back to this, and then let's go for a television. Let's go for a simple, yet not inexpensive television. How much is that? That's 1,200. The basic one is 500. Then it goes down to 200. I'll stick with that. I think there should also be either a rug or a coffee table in between. Let's see, how about we go for something akin to that. Do that. And change it to a different color. Now I think this table comes in the University Life expansion pack. Sure, I'll leave that until I get annoyed with it. I really want to finish constructing this living room. I mean, it's quite a small living room, I understand. Let's have us a... If I place a radio in here, people will probably want to come in here to dance. That is probably not too great, considering it's a very small room. So how about, instead of doing that, we actually place down a chess table. Can we purchase a chess table? We can, although we're not technically purchasing it. It does say we have money down here, but that is the money from the household that we were just playing as, which in this game is the Silver Fabled household, which only consists of Silver Fabled. Are you telling me you won't fit? There we go, that fits. Okay, yeah, I think this looks good for now. I'll leave it like this and I'll paint the wall and the floor a bit later on. Firstly though, I need to sort out everything else. Like for instance, I want a reading room over on this side. I'm trying to determine where to place the reading room, because it's going to be a square. Well, obviously it's going to be rectangular, or... I don't know. Actually, how about we delete that portion, and then we delete... Whoops. We delete that portion. Okay. Then let us build a wall around here, and this is going to be the shape of the... This is going to definitely be the shape of the reading room. I do apologize for my brain being dead most of the time, but that seems to happen. And this is going to be how the entranceway looks. It looks nice when the walls are down flat like this, and it gives it more character. But when the walls are up like this, it doesn't make it seem too obvious. Say, like, for instance, if you were walking, you wouldn't be able to see this nice shape and see that this wall here is actually hollow. But I think I like this way. Although, if it is going to be a reading room, we'll probably want a little bit more privacy. It's going to be a reading room slash study area. So let's grab that door and place it there. Should probably want to replace these doors as well. So let's do that. Let's place that door there and that door there. Excellent. And then I'll sort out the reading room a bit later. Another thing I need to be concerned about are the windows. Windows I am not entirely happy with placing, because I kind of feel like whenever I place a window I'm either placing them too close together or too far apart. But I think we have the basic layout of the first floor done, or the ground floor. Although it does kind of need a bathroom. A place to, you know, relieve yourself. It is quite a large ground floor. If I place a bathroom on this side, then that'll give access to, you know, this section of the house. But in order for people on this side to go to the bathroom, they'll need to walk along here and then through there. I could maybe place an archway over here. No, I'm not doing that. Simply because of the aforementioned, you know, burglar thing that could happen. That can't actually happen in the game. You can get robbed in the game, but it's not as important in the game. I hope you guys understand what I mean. If I place archways here, then say, for instance, a burglar can walk into here, and instead of going through the door, they'll just be freely able to enter through the archway. So I'm not going to be doing that. I do wish to place something of a basement. I was thinking if I delete Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm thinking, and I'll also show you guys why it won't work. Let me just delete these walls around here, and in fact, let me delete this wall as well. And then let's go and delete this portion. And then let's go and grab the basement tool. And then let's grant a basement there to say 7 by 8. So now when we go down another level, we can definitely see that there is a basement over here. But we need stairs in order to go there. The problem with basement tools... Not basement tools, the problem with stairs... Wait, what? It can work like that? Blocked by a wall, blocked by a wall. Why are you blocked by a wall? Okay, I don't know how wide this thing is. That is 4 tiles wide. And this thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5, 6 tiles? You should be able to. But yeah, this is why it doesn't really work. What should happen in order for it to be effective is if I find the right placement down here, it should turn green and I should be able to place it. So then I can just place a stair through this section. But that doesn't work like that. So how about if I drag that along and then... Okay, I can't drag that part along? Why not? Oh, I can. Let's try that again. Does it work? No? Maybe I should extend the side of the basement? Okay, give me a staircase. No, it doesn't allow me to place this thing anywhere. Which is why it's such a problem. Blocked by wall, and blocked by wall. The thing is, there's no walls about. If I can't really determine where to place the stairs. If I place... Okay, so this is where it meets the ground, right? So it should be along this section, but we can't place it. And the main reason why is it can't be placed inside a foundation. And that is extraordinarily annoying to me. It's like, why not? There's clearly room to place it. If you just delete these tiles here, these floor tiles, you should be able to do it. But no, that's not how it works, unfortunately. There is a way to get around it, but it is really tricky, and honestly, I don't know that technique. I would have had to have planned for it ahead of time before I started planting the foundations. If I do figure out how it works, I will place it down and make an entranceway into the basement over there. But since I really can't do that just yet, we're just going to leave it like this. We don't really need a basement because, heck, there's a whole lot of space around here. I mean, just this area here is really spacious. Now, as for this upper portion of the... What is this? The hallway, I suppose? I don't even know what room this is. As for the upper portion, what I would like to do is I would like to cordon this all off. Like so. And so, if you were to, say, stand here, can I even enter? No, I can't enter view mode. Normally, if you press the tab button, you should be able to enter a mode which allows you to enter almost first person. But that is not really working, apparently. So, I don't know. I'll show you guys later. When I am... I don't know how it will work. I'll give you guys a tour of the house when it's done as well, but you're also seeing the progress that I'm making with the house as well, at the same time. Now, bedrooms. We need bedrooms. I do intend for there to be a few roommates, so I do intend for there to be several rooms. Let's make the rooms 4 by 3. That is a little unfortunate that this happens. Yeah, let's leave a little space like this. This gives the shape a little bit more character, IMO, in my opinion. So that is one bedroom, that's another bedroom. We need a master bedroom. I reckon the master bedroom should be around here, and let's make that a 5 by 4 or a 5 by 5. I'd say a 5 by 5. That is pretty grand. That's a pretty grand size. Let's see, there is no entranceway over to here, but I will be wanting to place several windows here. And since there are since there are bedrooms up here, we now also need a bathroom. I'm thinking for the master bedroom, I'm going to place an ensuite. Like so. That's an odd shape for an ensuite, but it'll work. And as for over on this side, I've actually run out of space for this side. Really? If this bedroom has a ensuite, then that'll be the only bathroom of its kind up on the second floor. Okay, I'm going to... If you guys are concerned about why I'm calling this the second floor when it's the first floor, that's another American English thing. To English, this here is the ground floor. To Americans, this is the first floor. And then, following that logic, this will be the second floor in American. But to me, this is the first floor. It's a little complicated, and I honestly do kind of agree with the American version, but it's simply just a thing. It's simply just a thing that I've grown used to living in the environment that I've lived in, which is, you know, England. So I've currently just placed I placed flooring in these bedrooms, simply so that I can differentiate the different room types. I might actually make one of them into a bathroom. You know what, instead of having instead of having actually 2 bedrooms up here on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to make one bedroom, which is going to be this larger one here, and then a bathroom. Actually, let's reverse the rooms around. Let's make this one the bedroom and this one the bathroom. Why am I doing that? Simply because this one is more accessible, I'd say. You don't need to walk as far from the stairs. And it's just generally a great idea, in my opinion. So let's grab this and then let's differentiate this room a little bit so that I don't get confused. Normally, the stereotype is bathrooms have some sort of oh my god. This word right here. Linoleum. Linoleum. It has some sort of linoleum on the floor. Adds to the floor. So I'm going to use that for now to try and denote that this room here is the bathroom. And you know what, let's do the same thing over here. Great. Now this section here is going to be a little bit strange when it comes to the roof. Let's section that bit off. I know I'm basically cutting off this section of this square off from the rest of the house, but it's not really necessary. Like, that square is kind of redundant to me at this moment in time. So in terms of the layout, we have, from the entrance, we have the foyer. And then we have the quote-unquote hallway that is also attached to the kitchen. The kitchen leads into the dining room, which is this room here, and that leads into the TV room, where you can also play chess. Now on the other side of the house, we have a library/study room. We do need a bathroom down here on this floor. So let us grab the foundation tool, and oh man, wrong angle again. And then let's grab a 3x4. Yeah, let's do a 3x4 sized bathroom down here. Let's do that. I am thinking, we don't normally see, say for instance, showers and the such on a ground floor bathroom. It's usually just a toilet room or a restroom. So instead of making it this big, let's shrink it down to size, grab a wall, and then make this is a 3x3. It is indeed a 3x3. So this is going to be a little place where you can relieve yourself and wash your face. So let's go with a toilet there, and then let's go for a sink there. It's not perfect. I'm going to change the objects around a little bit later once I start actually decorating the inside. But I think as for the layout of the interior, like room design, I think this looks pretty nice. For anyone who wants a reference, I don't know why you would, but for anyone just curious, this is the layout of the ground or first floor, and this is the layout of the first/second floor. Man, that made it sound so confusing. I reckon the centerpiece of this house is definitely going to be this area here. As of right now, this is the most decorative part, and I kind of want to let this part be seen pretty much throughout the majority of the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some windows here, and additionally some windows over here. I am going to place windows in the study room, but I'm going to place blinds over it to add to the privacy aspect. And then for the windows, for the rooms up here, I'm going to place additional windows along the outside wall here so that they can see the tree. And obviously additional windows where I see fit. For instance, okay, actually what does it look like with a roof on top? Let's go auto roofs. Auto roof is a notoriously bad feature. So what do I think of this so far? Well, firstly, this roof isn't, you know, covering this area, so I want to make it do that, so that this place is all sufficiently covered. As for everything else, I think it's looking quite nice. It looks a little big, I'd say, but I think it looks fairly nice. The outside structure, just core structure with the wall. I'm quite happy with that. So let's auto roof off, let's remove all the roofs. Okay. I think now I am going to... do I want any additional rooms over here? I may want another restroom over on this side, and in fact I'm going to do that, but instead of being a 3x3, this is going to be a 2x3, I think. It could just be a toilet. No, let's make it a 3x3. Sorry, 2x3. Let's do that, and then let's grab a door. Any door will do. Let's grab a simple door. And that'll be the entrance to the restroom. Now we will need... We don't really need it, but I do want to add a washroom into here so that you can do your laundry. I'm not really keen on the size of this room. How about if I shrink this down a little bit? Okay, let's make sure these things are all in square. And then... Come on, dude. You know you want to shrink. No? Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay. I think this will do. If we place a door, say, here or on this tile or on this tile, I think that'll work. Let's see, if we place a door here, you'll be immediately greeted by the toilet, which is probably not a very good idea. Let's go for a layout akin to this. Let's move that over to there. Do I want a mirror? I'll focus on the decorative stuff a little bit later. As of right now, I am going to call this an episode. I thank you guys for watching. I haven't made as much progress as I made in the previous episode, but I think we're getting there. Well, we're definitely getting there. We made progress. That's a step in the right direction, I suppose. I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.